Welcome on in. Come on in. Um, this is like one of those moments where you start linking up everything and you say to yourself, oh, is that what that was about? Was that what it was about? So for the past, since last night, I just really been in that space of kind of sleep, but not sleep, but in a different space sleep. Really kind of interesting because it's kind of like one of those moments where you're sitting back. Okay, I know I'm asleep, but I feel like there's something going on, and what is this? You're trying to keep up with it. You're trying to express yourself with it. Excuse me. Okay, so align. It's time to align. Align, align, align. What does that really mean for you when we talk about it's time to align? So your alignment right now is really important because of the fact that you're breaking free from energies that has kept you in a different type of alignment that is either giving to you or not giving to you right now. Okay, if it's giving to you, it's not giving you the full 100% that you want. So in that is that piece of that alignment. So let's jump into it. Welcome once again to the Be So Light. I am the Galactic Priestess Makala for Galactic Spiral Light. And here we go. And first I wanna say thank you for those of you. Hey lovely. Thank you for those of you who bought my ebook. Thank you so much for doing that. Because that was something that I was just guided to do, is to write a quick ebook on what I do, what my work is. And it's to also inspire others to step forward and to do that. You have to take a step. Now's not the time to be sitting around being a victim to your situations and not taking a step forward and stepping into yourself of who you are and owning it. We are in a great alignment of self right now, and this is that month you're gonna want to step into the self. You really want to make that alignment. Speaking of what today we're talking about, is called the red self-existing earth. This is the signature kin for today, kin number 17. So we're going to jump into this, and then I'm going to tell you what Spirit had me go do today. And I was like, what the hell? Why am I doing this? So today's is the, where is it? Okay. Bing, bing, bing. This is the one we're in today. Red existing earth. And by the way, next month we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 activational portals next month. That's gonna be good. But on our full moon on the 12th, which is the blue rhythmic storm moon, this one's called the Galactic Return of the Year. And then right after that, on that Sunday, we have a portal activation day. Monday, we'll take a break. Then on Tuesday the 15th, we have another portal activation. So we got those activational portals right there, which is good. So we can put that forward. And it's good because it's in this planetary moon of manifestation. So this one is talking about I define in order to evolve, measuring synchronicity. I seal the matrix of navigation with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of space. The color is red. The planet is Uranus. The chakra is the heart. And the earth family is core. So, interesting, we have hidden info, but it says dragon, which is memory. Self-discipline means you are able to control thought waves, emotionally reactions, and habitual thought forms. This is going to be with Series B52, which is hyperplasmic enlightenment, which is directly straight above the head. It's at gate 441. And the seventh mental sphere here is the homogenal perceiver. It is also the ninth time dimensional inner core time. So, that's why my crown has just been like, oh my God, what the hell? Crown has been like, whirl, whirl, whirl. I'm like, ah. So, today, I was kind of like, oh, what am I doing today? You know, what's coming in? What am I processing? And I was like, okay. Spirit says you gotta go up the hill. I go, oh, do I gotta go up the hill? What? It kept flashing it. They've been flashing it for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. Go up the hill to Auburn. And I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do that. Go up the hill. I was like, okay, fine, I'll go up the hill. You sure I'm supposed to go up the hill? Because I could go to the other places. Do you want me to go downtown Sacramento? It's like, no. I was like, okay. Well, there's probably was a no on that because of the fact that there was a lot of helicopter activity that was going on yesterday. I mean, I've never seen so many helicopters in the sky. I was like, oh, what's going on? Huh. You know, California. What isn't going on? You know what I'm saying? So, so I said, okay, fine. Cross that off the list. So I go up the hill. Remember, you got to pay attention now. There's a certain reason why you're going. Because there's something you're getting ready to do, something that you're getting ready to make, something that you're getting ready to shift in. But you need a little something to help you with that. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go. So I go up. I got there right when they had just opened. And I'm walking. I look at their discount count. And I'm like, oh, okay, anything here? No. Okay. I go in. I'm walking around. It's so funny. I'm walking around. I'm like, am I getting any cards? No. I'm like, okay, cross that off the list. Oh, look, books. They got brand new books in here. Am I getting any books? No. I'm like, do you want me to go outside? Yes. I'm like, okay, fine. So the young lady that works there, who knows me, she just, hey, it's good to see you. And I'm like, hi. And I said, what brings you in today? Can we help you find anything? And I said, oh, no, Spirit told me come here today. There's something I'm supposed to pick up, and I have no idea what I'm here to pick up, what's needed. I said, oh, okay. So I said, I need to go outside. Is there anybody available? Do you guys have to walk with me to go outside or something? And they said, no, we know you. So they opened up the door. Let me go outside. So I'm walking outside. As soon as I turn around the corner, now outside is where they have all their crystals and stuff laid out, and it gets sunlight, it gets moonlight, all that good stuff. Okay. So I walk out, I go around the corner. Now it's just only me going out there. I walk out, and as soon as I walk around the corner, I literally see this really tall light being. I catch it, and then all of a sudden it disappears. I said, somebody's here. And I got goosebumps as soon as I said that. So I'm like, okay. I said, I know what I just saw. And I'm like, okay. Oh, I got chills all over me. So it was so quick because it looked like I saw like a almost like fire, but it was like a golden white light being very tall. And it was so weird because when I came around the corner, I said, somebody's here. As soon as I said, somebody's here, and I turned my head, I saw it, and it just went, shoot. And I said, ooh. So I said, okay. right time, right alignment. All right, that's what I saw. So I'm walking and I'm looking at the kyanite and looking at all these pieces that they got from Tucson. And I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to be getting here? What am I supposed to get? And I'm walking and I'm walking. I see some beautiful obsidian. So I said, am I getting some obsidian? They said, no. I'm like, okay. I'm walking along. And I'm like, oh, look at the course. No. I'm like, okay. And then I go around the corner and I go down the little aisle. And I'm looking and I go, oh, look at all the labbies. And then I hear, I go, what? And I said, go to the other side. So I walk around to the other side so I can see the other side of the labbies on the other side. I walk around. Now, keep in mind, this is where I saw that beam, that tall beam, was right over there in that corner where I'm walking to. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's where this beam was standing. Are you ready? Because I'm all like, what? When I saw it, the flash was so beautiful on it. It you know how they use that word, girl, I got shook. Did I say it right? Shook. It shook me. I don't know. I'm trying. I don't know. Just go with it. So came around the corner. This was sitting on the edge corner. And I was like, and it was glowing. It had like a glow around it. And I'm like, and I, when I saw it, I was just like, ooh. I said, you're not just a labby, are you? And I heard, nope. I said, well, I have to ask you as a crystal keeper, I have to ask you out of respect, would you like to work with me? Did tap, open it up. It says, yes. Been waiting for you. It's like, what? So I get it and I lift it up and I'm like, OMG, okay. So the price was right on it. This was like $48. Huge. Some of these pieces like this, depending on where you go, will start at $99, $100 on up. But this is $48. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I got it. And I said, okay. I walk inside. Lady says, oh, did you find what you... And I turn it around. She goes, we had that out there? I go, yeah, you work here. You not know your inventory. Yeah, it was out there. She goes, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I go, yeah. There's a couple other things going on out there in that crystal part. I didn't tell her there was a big, tall light beam that was out there when I went around the corner and saw it. I didn't tell her that because I don't know where, just because somebody works at a shop doesn't mean that they're open to hearing things like that. So I just kind of like kept that to myself. So she takes it and she wraps it up for me and gets it. And I get it in the car. And I'm like, okay, well, that was an easy thing to do. So I drive down the road and I'm coming home and it's just a talking away to me. I'm like, oh, what do you want to do? And it shows me where it wants to be. It shows me the grid that I'm supposed to make for it. It's telling me everything that I need to do with it, who it's going to work with, what it's going to do, how it's going to open up this, and da-da-da-da. And it's a portal activator. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, well, we know you've been really wanting to get more into the activations of those. Here you go. I was like, yeah, you're like one of my favorite stones. And I can't believe he says, yeah, but don't let the look fool you. I might look like this, but there's a lot of multidimensional things to me to help expand into what you're doing. I was like, and then this stone literally had the stone audacity to show me when I was taken to the mother of the Lemurian plate. And remember, I talked about that plate the first time I saw the mother Lemurian plate, how big it is, and that the Lemurian seeds come from this. That's around the world in certain places where they are. And we that get the Lemurian stones, we have a connection to the records that are in the Lemurian stones. So it flashed that. And I said, why are you flashing that? It says, remember how you felt when you were standing in front of that and you were like, couldn't talk? And the teacher that took you there had to bring you back? I go, yeah. Kind of that same feeling, huh? And I said, yeah, it is. It says, just imagine the expansion of that. And I said, okay. So those of you that really don't understand labradorite, I found something really interesting about it. Labradorite makes up, get this, 60% of the Earth's core. Yeah, let me say that again. Labradorite makes up 60% of the Earth's, not the core, but the crust, excuse me, I misspoke, the crust, okay, because it's feldspar. So it makes up part of the crust. So when you're looking at this, is this or is this not taking pictures of the land? As well as the sky, as well as the night sky of what it sees. Because it's almost like a mirror effect. And it just dutifully put it and notes it in there. But yet when you turn it over, it just looks like a regular little stone, da-da-da-da-da, until it does its thing like this. Now this blue, this is that color blue, and it's a little bit more brilliant blue that I've been seeing a lot of for the past 2 weeks. Even when I went to Shasta, I kept feeling this and seeing this. Okay. So to know that this makes us 60% of the Earth's crust, it's like, whoa. Okay. So today, when we look at what we're stepping into as far as like the red self-existing Earth, we're stepping into that synchronicity, that evolve, and that navigation. What are you navigating into? What is the navigation? What is that part of the navigation? How are you navigating? So there is a lot of navigating going on right now, depending on what you are aligning yourself with. So what is your current alignment? Are you happy with that alignment, or are you not? Because this is where you need to avoid it. So I think this is the most weirdest thing when we look at things of our alignment. What are we aligning with? And then when we say we're feeling aligned to something, are you really feeling aligned with it? Or is it something that's in your space that's kind of really blocking the true alignment to what it is that you're trying to move towards? So right now, because of the amount of energy that's coming in, I know for a fact a lot of you are feeling it. And this is giving you an opportunity to reflect, to slow down, to take time, and to just really sink into that high heart space and say, this is it. This is it. This is it. Okay. Anyway, I digress. So you move into that space and you're like, I'm ready to take the next step. And one of the things I really want you to be aware of more than anything right now, especially for this month, because we're all in this part of the space, if you're a part of the Be So Light family here, welcome on in. Thanks for being part of the family. Thanks for coming in and getting a little tidbits here and there that can help you connect the dots in your life. When we come into this space and you're getting that information and you're connecting the dots, it's all about alignment. And one of the things I really want all of you to pay attention to, do not let others speak over your alignment. What do I mean by that? Don't let others think for you and say things like, oh, well, if this falls apart, then we'll just have to get you something else or put you in a different this. No. Because when this does fall apart, I'm not going to continue being a part of this. It's time for me to move on and do something else. You see what I'm saying? Don't let others project their future positioning of what they think you are going to be doing for them. No. If it's a good collaboration team that you're working with, and the alignment of what they speak of speaks to your high heart self and it feels good, no problem. But if it's one of those where the belief of the person or the situation talks to you in a way that says, oh, you're going to be doing this for us, but they're not willing to look at the fact that you might not be wanting to do that anymore. You see what I'm saying? They're just assuming that you're just going to keep on going along with the train. No, I'm getting off the train. I'm getting off the train. I see a different travel arrangement that I'm going to take that's going to take me and expand where I want to really be. I'm getting off of this train that is slow, that is all about what you want, but it has nothing to do with what I desire. So no. And it's in my mind, it's kind of disrespectful to just assume that somebody's going to keep going along with something. You know what I'm saying? To assume it. And be like, no, this is it. I'm done. You know when you're done with something? When you're done. Does this make sense what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it in a very gentle way. Because it's kind of like, say like, okay, let me put it this way. Say like you're at a job, okay? And this job position has you as a waiter. You're a waiter all the time. You're a waiter. Waiter. You get your tips and stuff, but you're a waiter. But on the backside, you're putting together something that you really want to do, and it's slowly starting to take off. And then you really want to move towards where this expansion is taking you. But then the job is saying to you, oh, well, we got a couple of changes coming up. I've decided, how about we make you head waiter? So that'll be another position you can step into. You just be head waiter. But you're still waiting on the tables. See what I'm saying? So to have someone speak over your soul destiny of what your next soul, what your next soul alignment is not okay. But a lot of places assume that it's okay to do that. Oh, if this doesn't work out, we'll just put you in this one and have you in this one. But nevertheless, don't ask you what your future thoughts of alignment might be. They just assume that you're going to keep sticking it out on that train with them. But what happened, you got up out of the seat and you saw the other beautiful silver gold lining train, a super fierce, fast frequency. You want to get on that one because that one's going to go like this. Because this one's just been chugging along. And a lot of maybes. And a lot of okays. Just chugging along. So you're kind of done with this. You just want to go like that. So you get up, you get off of that bobbling train, and you go over to the superliner. The superliner's smooth. It knows exactly where it's going. It doesn't even make a sound when it travels. It's that fast. It's that good. You go in, everything's quiet. Everything feels good. It's perfectly aligned with you. It feels great. You're on the superliner. Speed of light. That's where you want to be. Because that one opens up to the bigger expansion of your alignment. So that's why I'm saying don't let somebody speak over what your alignment is moving you towards. Because a lot of times the ones that speak over you are the ones that are they're being kind of selfish because they want to just keep everything the way they want it for what they want. They're not asking what you want, what you desire. They just assume that they still have ties into you being on their bobbling train. Staying in that one seat position with the maybes and possibilities of, oh, look, I made it to head waiter. I really was looking at being the chef. Do you see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about in the alignment. Don't let somebody speak over your alignment. Just as soon as it's said, somebody says something, you just say, delete that. No. You're not sealing the deal on me on that. That's no. Okay? Be very aware of that. Because it doesn't matter where you are right now in life and how it's moving you. Someone is bound to say something that tries to say that, oh, you're going to just stay just like that. No. Okay. All right. So I really wanted to share that and pay attention when you're going to your curriculum assignments, your divine alignment assignments. You know you're going to get a little questionable and argumentative and say, well, why are I going to go there? I don't really, why are you going to go in that direction? I wanted to go over here downtown. No. Well, can I go to this other one? No. Okay, fine. I'll go up the hill. Dang. So if you haven't worked with labradorite, I would highly suggest you look it up and work with it. It's a stone that I fell in love with. And the way I really got introduced to it, believe it or not, and I always laugh about it, but it's so true, is the witch that turned me. The witchy woman that turned me. The elder, mystic, witchy, magic woman that came into my life and woke me up, and she gave me a dome labradorite. She says, I want you to work with this. And I remember she gave it to me. I was like, what is this? It feels really good. It's called labradorite. You'll like that. And it was funny. As soon as she gave that to me, next thing I knew, a month later, I got a ring. Next thing I knew, I got a pendant. Next thing I knew, I was getting all these different type of little labradorite things. So, labby, they like to communicate with each other. They really do. You put two labbies together, they will start sparking off towards each other. Okay? They'll start sparking. they'll start communicating. Okay, so it is a wind stone, but it's all about magic and protection, and it works with clairvoyancy, telepathic, intuition, synchronicity, alignment, and is very protective of your auric field. Okay, it won't let other energetic energies get into your field. It's very protective of that. Okay, so if you're dealing with a lot of people getting in your field and you're doing your own thing and you feel something running across your head, like, what is that? And you go like this, that's someone trying to get in your head to find out what you're doing. You feeling any of that, labby's good to wear. And labby's good to pair up with black tourmaline, to pair it up with that to make it stronger, or pair it up with another piece of quartz, because quartz does what? Amplifies any other stone that it is around. Okay, so that's one of the things with the labradorite that you might want to check into. What else can I tell you? Yeah, it's just a stone of magic and higher awareness. It'll help you create that space. Okay, but because you got to pay attention to the shape, cut of what you're getting. The ones that stand like this, they're like these communicators. Looks like a portal. Okay, kind of like how the stones, what am I saying? UK, the stones there in the circle. Okay, kind of like communication like that. All right, hinge stone. So just pay attention to it when you see it and it's a certain cut and it speaks to you. That's the one you want to work with. All right, so oils and things that you should be kind of working with yourself. I got some happy oil, and I got this confidence oil because of the fact it said vitality and balance, but it has blue tansy in it, frankincense. It has a little bit of black spruce in it, and sweet almond oil. And I think that's about it on this one. But it smells so good. So I was just like, wow, that's really good. And happy is all about bright and encouraging. So if you've been kind of like struggling in the self, you might want to get that. Then there's Love Tonic, Inspired, and then my favorite, Geranium Rose. Gotta have the Geranium Rose. That balances a lot of our hormones as women and our emotions, especially because we're coming up on the full moon on Saturday, the pink moon, along with other things that's going on. So this, like I said, on Saturday, we'll definitely be having a meet because it's going to be the galactic return of the year. And that one is going to lead us into the portal on Sunday, which is guided by free will. So today I really want to have you think about what is your alignment? What's your alignment? Okay, so let's take a look at today's info. The messages, there was no rune. Hold on a second. Okay. Because I'm all like, let me hurry up and jump into this. All right, today we're going to dive into a little bit of a different messenger type of medicine. Okay, I got a couple cards here. Actually, 3 sets of them by the same person. And I like when I do that. We're going to look at star codes. We're going to look at earth magic. We're going to look at shamanic, star wisdom, divine masters, angels and ancestors, and then the gateway of light activation. Are you ready? Let's dive into it. Let's look at how we're aligning ourselves right now. So I really want you to think about that. Someone's getting carpet clean or something if you hear that buzz sound. There's always something going on. Tomorrow they're doing a whole pavement over here. The whole parking lot. I say, yeah, I gotta see how that's gonna turn out. Everyone's gotta have their cars out of here by 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, how are you guys gonna do this whole parking lot? That usually is a 2-day event. It's not a 1-day event, that's a 2-day event. Well, why would you wait until Friday to do that? That doesn't make any sense. Should this have been started like on a Thursday or something? Just don't get it. Craziness. And yes, some of you that put your order in for your coated disc, you are getting your candles. Yeah, I was heavy into the candle work last night. I was like, oh my gosh. Getting them ready. Smells so good. I have one Be So Light member say, yeah, I just burned the last part of the candle last night and I was so upset. And I said, well, I'm sending you some more. She goes, oh, God, thank God. Unfortunately, it won't make it in time for the full moon because I have to let a lot of things kind of sit and cure. They got to cure a little bit. I've been noticing a lot of food recalls. Have you guys been noticing that? I'm like, wow. A lot of food recall lately. And I said, well, I guess that's why we're all getting to the place where we're not that hungry anymore. Eat a little something, that's that. Call it a day. Food is not becoming the objective attention thing anymore like it used to be. Okay, the ancestor one. Now Kyle Gray put out the Angel and Ancestors, which is this one. He also put out the Divine Master one, which is this one. And he also did the Gateway of Light Activation, which is this one. So we're going to be diving into that. 2 for 2. I can't believe tomorrow's Friday. We just had a weekend. Anybody noticing that? Oh, but I was told. Now, all right, so I went to my storage today and I put some stuff in it, you know, kind of just put some things in there. And, oh, I guess I need both of those. And I stop and I sit in the car and I'm sitting there and I'm looking up at the sky and I see the clouds, but I see some starships. And I said, oh, look at the ships. Look at the starships. So take a picture and send it off to the elder. I said, look at this. So I'm seeing them, and it's like this straight line, but there's like this opening in a cloud, and they're all going in through that opening. And I said, look at that. Wow, look at that. Busy in the sky today. So I'm sitting there, and I just went down that tunnel, and I was like, you know why everybody keeps saying ascension? Why are we saying we're going through ascension? How can you ascend if you're already in it? In the level. So basically, we're already in it. We've been in it, but our frequency was kept low so that we would just think that we're in this stream, because a lot of times when they reset everything and they have to destroy it all, like they do with everything they have done. They destroy it, cover it up, and start again. But this time it's hard to kind of do that because we can see it. We can see what they're doing. It's not as easy as it was before. So how can we really ascend if you're already in the higher frequency, but you're just being waken up to realize that you're in the higher frequency because you're coming out of the storyline on what they gave you as the belief. They gave you the belief that you're third dimensional. They gave you the belief that you're stuck. They gave you that belief. And they had to make sure everything around you matched the storyline that they were presenting. But now, when the storyline can no longer hold its image, and there's cracks in all the imaging of it, that starts to fall away, it peels away and allows you to see where you have really been the whole time. That's the awakening. And I just sat there and I was like, I swear I'm so tired of connecting the dots. Because every time when I connect the dots, I sit back and I go, oh my God. So really, I want you to think of this. Just see yourself as royalty. Okay? That no longer plays the lost game. Because you weren't lost in the first place. You're just now able to see everything. Does that make sense? So I'm like, no. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was the kind of deep thought I was in. Oh, my. Oh. Okay, we got some changes coming up. Interesting. Oh. Shut up. Stop it! All right, so you're definitely going to see a common thread here. Here is Aries as a part of the Star Code Act, being of the Act, Aries. The bridge across that is the 4th house, which is home, bridging home. When you're bridging home and you step into number 34, which is the North Node, it presents the future. So when we drop into the future, what are we looking at? The radiance of summer solstice. But in that travel of summer solstice, we step into the mountain for strength. But the message from the star wisdom is the astral origins, which is bring us back. But look at what it is. See the orb, the sphere, the plasma that you're submerged in. So the divine ones that talk to us is Hathor. And it's the light activation, acceleration, brilliance stands in your light. The heart guardian is here and it says, love and let yourself be loved. The high priestess tells you, harness the mystic power, and look at the cat. When you have cats that like to come and sit in front of you or sit behind you because they know who you are. Hathorn's light codes. Light emissions, full system upgrade, power recall. This is the twice. This is the very powerful message from Hathor. The activation for this entire read is Inner Earth, base chakra strength and security, laying the foundation. So this is pretty good, especially these two. How they're both talking about the light activation and the emergence of that. Okay? And that is pretty good because that is where everything is coming in full strength, that light, and how it hits. So this is why it's still really important. Take care of yourself, nourish yourself, rest, get grounded, put your feet out on the earth, get yourself in that space, stay in your medicine of who you are. Okay? You don't have to try to make anything happen. It will happen just by you being divinely aligned in your heart with it. Okay? This is that part of us we are getting used to and being aligned with. Okay? We're not trying to get some outside exterior part of ourselves of a force to make it do something for it. The universe is us. We are part of the universe. It's all a part of the whole picture. So when we really align with that and we just don't try to separate everything out and just be one with it and flow with it, superliner, you just get on that and you charge right ahead. You flow fast. So that's the message for today. Last night dream was pretty interesting. I thought it was really kind of cute. I had a huge sign. I thought it was funny. I said, oh, I actually should just do it. I had a big sign that said, have a nice day. Know that you are loved. And when the light said walk, cars are sitting here and I'm walking across the crossway and I have this sign and I'm going like this and I'm walking past all the cars and I go to the other end and I wave like this to them and they all blew their horn and they went and have a nice day. So then the light changes again and it says to walk. So another set of cars come and I walk back across the street with the sign saying the same thing and they're all blowing their horn. I go to the side and I wave at them and say, have a nice day. So when I woke up this morning, I was like, that's what it's all about. There needs to be different signage that allows people to feel safe, to be who they are in themselves, to still honor their dreams, to still honor who they are, not to feel threatened, not to feel unsafe, and not to feel like, resist what? Resist what? Resist what? What you resist persists. So if you see signs like that, that's telling you to resist something, just void that out and say, you know what? I'm not resisting the fact that I am choosing to move up in a higher timeline. Because if I sign up with that, I'm giving away my energy to stay on that energy level. You see what I'm saying? No, what you resist persists. Okay? So just watch out for how some of the matrix lingo is falling apart. But I thought that was a really interesting thing. So just get ready, lovelies. Get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. And I have something coming up for you real soon. Probably in a couple of days, maybe. depending on how fast I can get it. All right. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. I want you to enjoy your day. Thank you so much for joining me here on Be So Light. I want to thank all my new subscribers for being a part of the family. Thanks so much for just taking time out to just listen, take what resonates with you, and dump the rest if you don't need it. You know, my mom, I love her to death, but I purple pilled her yesterday. Florber likes to use that word, and I like that word. And I guess my mom didn't really like my answer. And I just told her, I said, well, Mom, I told you before, you know, there's a blue tie one, there's a red tie one, there's a gold tie one. I said, so it really doesn't matter which one they try to remove or whatever, because it's still got the other clones. Some clones. And she's like, and you guys know what I'm talking about when you speak your truth in the family and everyone just thinks that you are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And my mother just kindly says, well, your father's home now with the chicken. Gotta go. And I go, okay, sorry I purple pilled you. Have a nice evening with chicken. Church's chicken. Much love to you. I just like, why do I try? Why do I keep thinking it's going to make a difference? I don't know. It's just, at this part of the game, it really doesn't matter. You know? Here's what's important. You just keep being you. You just keep stepping into you. You just keep being you. You just keep stepping into that. You keep being your truth. You keep representing you. Because in the end, it has nothing to do with how you were trying to save everybody or get your information out there or whatever. It all depends on who was aligned to hear it. And when they're aligned, divinely aligned, they'll hear you. But when they're not, you're just like a little creek of water going by and they still can't grasp that you're flowing with some information for them to get. They're not ready yet. That's all. That's all it is. They're just not ready yet. And those of us that have already made that path and we're moving along, we just need to keep on going. We help the ones that are ready, and we just leave space for those who still need to wake up, who are struggling, trying to put the dots together. All right? All right. Much love to all of you. Just know, just be good to yourselves and just take care of yourselves. So if I'm not on tomorrow, I'll be on Saturday. Saturday, we're going to have a good chit chat because that's going to be energy we're stepping into with the full moon. Okay? Do some code work and move into that. All right? All right. I'll see you then. Be good to yourselves.